Hello, today we're going to learn how to make your very own little menorah. In honor of Hanukkah. I have just some very simple supplies that you can use. This is just half of a paper plate. If you want to fold a paper plate in half, that's fine. Or if you glue it, that'd be okay. Or you can just cut one in half. I have also used a cereal box to cut out two identical circles. And I've also used that same cereal box to cut out 8 candles that are the same size, and then one candle that's a little bit longer. That's called the shamas. And I'll explain how those go in different locations. My paper plate already had some decorations on it that are traditional Hanukkah colors. The colors are generally blue and yellow and some white. So you can also add some other designs or draw patterns and things on your paper plate if you'd like. Same with your candles. I've gone ahead and colored one side of those. If you want, you can cover your cereal box with paper before you cut all of these things out, and that would save you some time coloring. Just glue a sheet of paper onto the piece of your old cereal box, and then when you cut, it'll automatically be that color on the other side. I'm just going to go ahead really quickly and color this part and have all of my pieces together. So you can always pause this video until you get all of your materials and get things cut out and colored. All right, so what these circles are going to be for is to make a stand for our menorah. All right, one other thing while you're gathering supplies too that you might want to use, this is something you can add later, but you might want some orange paper to make the flames for the candles. All right, so I'm going to take that circle and I'm just going to fold it in half. Okay. And I just use like a cup here at my house to lay down and trace to make that circle. Now I'm going to use some glue. I'm going to go ahead and do this now so it has a few minutes to dry while I do the other steps. So I'm going to add a little glue and I'm going to press that down and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You need to make sure you press it down. Maybe use just a little extra glue because you're gluing cardboard. It's a little bit stiffer. All right. Oops. Oh, see, I didn't count to 10. All right, so now I'm going to take my paper plate and I'm going to cut a little notch on either side. Okay, so a good way to judge that is to hold it in the center and then a little bit on this side and a little bit on this side, maybe 2 fingers. Okay, if you really want to be fancy and measure it. Okay, but you want them kind of on opposite sides. All right, that piece is being really stubborn. Okay, and then what we're doing here is making what's called a notch. So I'm going to cut a little bit of a notch in this too, and then I'm going to match up those 2 cuts. Okay, see, so that goes into my plate and it helps hold it in there because both pieces are cut. Okay, so this has a little cut in it and the plate has a little cut in it, and I'm just going to match those up. So that will make a little way for my menorah to stand up. All right, awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to turn over to the back of my plate and I'm going to start gluing on my candles. Okay, I'm going to start with the tallest one. That's called the shamas, and it's taller because it is used to light the other 8 candles. Okay, if you watch the video about the history of Hanukkah, you'll know that the shamash is used to light one candle for each of the 8 nights, which is symbolic for the miracle that occurred when there was only enough oil for one day, but it actually ended up lasting for 8 days. So there's a candle lit every day for 8 days on Hanukkah. And that candle is always taller. Okay, so notice I'm gluing these so that you can see the pattern on the front. So you want to glue those down and you want to count. Okay, we're going to do 4 on each side. So we should have a total of 9 candles, tallest one in the middle. So you can practice your math today too. Now, if you happen to have tape, you can put a little piece of tape on there to hold them. If you don't have tape, that's okay. Just give it a minute to dry. Okay. I'm going to add some tape on here so you don't have to wait on me. Okay, I always prefer glue to tape, but sometimes when you have something heavy, tape is a good thing to use just to help make sure it stays in place. Okay, oh, my little feet have fallen off. Okay, so there I have all of my candles. Now, none of my candles are lit. So I want to show you how you could make a flame for your candles. I'm going to take just half a sheet of just a little scrap piece of orange that I had. If you don't have orange, you can always use whatever color you have and you can color it. You can use little scrap pieces of that cardboard box, the cereal box. Okay, so I folded it in half and I'm going to fold it in half one more time. And then I'm going to, you can draw this first. I'm just going to cut out a little shape that looks like a flame. Now, because I folded it in half, it made 4. I folded it in half twice, so it made 4 of those at a time. So again, if we do our math, I need to cut 1 more because I need enough for 8 candles. Okay, so there's for my 8 candles. Now I do need 1 more for the shamash. All right, so there's my extra. All right, I'm going to turn this back over and I'm going to glue that little flame to the top like that. Now, one thing you could do is you could fold these on, put them like that and fold them, and then each day of Hanukkah you could unfold another candle until you have all 8 of them lit. Okay, remember these different holidays and celebrations always reflect the traditions and the values of the people celebrating them. So it's great to learn about other cultures and how others celebrate, because it helps us all understand each other. One of the key things to remember too is no matter where you come from, no matter what things you celebrate, every culture around the world has always used art and music and dancing to help them celebrate things that they value. Okay, so, all right, so each night of Hanukkah, one candle would be lit until at the end, all 8 candles. Okay, you can put your little feet back on here so that your menorah will stand up. Voila. I hope you enjoy making your menorah. I'm going to add one more thing. This is a Jewish symbol called the Star of David. And it's basically 2 triangles over top of each other. All right, I hope you enjoyed learning about Hanukkah and how art touches all kinds of different cultures and helps us express ourselves and things that we value.